Hey viewers, welcome to another episode of Chico Crypto. Today I have a very special educational video for everyone. I have the director of the new Certificate of Advanced Studies, CAS for short, on blockchain development at the University of Geneva, one of the largest universities in Switzerland and founded in 1559. Everyone, welcome Dr. Jean-Marc Siegneur.
Thank you. Welcome also.
Hey, yeah, it's very nice to have you on. So today, you guys, we're going to be discussing distributed ledger technology and that certificate for advanced studies. So we're going to get right into it with questions, and John's going to explain everything for us. So,
yes.
John, it was great talking to you about the Certificate of Advanced Studies on blockchain development at the University of Geneva, which is the first official educational certificate worth 12 European ECTS credits, accepted in many countries across the world, and featuring a full module on one of my favorite projects, NEO. This is very good news, very good news. And my first question is, why have you guys launched the CAS?
As you know, Switzerland is quite well positioned for blockchain and cryptocurrencies technologies. Over the past years, they hosted a number of non-profit foundations like Ethereum. Also, it's known to be a neutral country where the decisions are taken very fast. And so the idea of the Certificate of Advanced Studies in Blockchain Development at the University of Geneva is to try to push even forward the education of Swiss people and also the strangers who will do the CAS remotely, because we can do it via video conference too. We must be at the same time with the teachers via Skype, but you don't need to be in Geneva. Geneva has organized a big annual blockchain congress on January 21st, which is sponsored by the Geneva state.
Oh, wow.
And so, of course, University of Geneva is here to help trying to build what we call the Trust Valley, which is another region linked to blockchain and cryptocurrency in Switzerland. So I think you know that, of course, we had the Zug region, we had the Zurich Trust Square region, and us in Geneva, we are trying to work on broader aspects of digital trust, human notion of trust applied to computers. And of course, blockchain is a very important technology to increase the trust of the people who are going to use the different decentralized applications and projects. And so that's the reason we launched this one, because Switzerland, the main goal of Switzerland is to try to become really a leader. And so we need education. We need to educate the local people also in order to remain at the top. Because if you don't understand the technology, how come you can really master the whole ecosystem?
So Switzerland has recognized that blockchain technology is here to stay, correct?
Yes, a good number of people actually think that. And myself, I see blockchain as one mechanism to help for decentralized trust. I have researched decentralized trust, attack-resistant decentralized trust, since 2002. I did my PhD at Trinity College Dublin on civil attack-resistant voting and consensus algorithms, also reputation algorithms. And to me, it's very important to go beyond the computing aspects, but also study the social aspects, the sustainable development aspects, where in Geneva we have a number of international organizations like the UN. We have also in the telecommunication industry, the ITU, International Telecommunication Union, so where we can push forward this more broader interdisciplinary proposal for decentralized trust, and that can use blockchain, but also other technology, like, for example, Hashgraph.
Oh, wow. That's amazing to hear. Good. I didn't understand fully, the scope of this. So understanding that and the viewers understanding that's going to help out a lot.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. So my next question is, why did it take so long to get started?
You see, University of Geneva is a very old university with a lot of credibility, reputation. And of course, when I started to work on decentralized trust in 2002, I joined the University of Geneva in 2005. And then I started to talk about these new mechanisms for decentralized trust based on the human notion of trust and algorithms. We had this kind of online reputation management, which came very faster than actually Bitcoin and blockchain, because online reputation management really took off in 2008, and more like the algorithms below attack-resistant systems, technical system came with Bitcoin in 2009, 2010, and then they are improving.
Oh, wow, wow. So my favorite project, I think you might know, is Neo. I love the technology, the smart contract technology, and the virtual machine is one of my personal reasons for following it. So why did you guys choose to include Neo?
Yeah, so basically this is a short course that tries to reduce the learning curve of blockchain development. And most developers, they know like standard programming languages such as C++, C#, PHP. They are basic notions of programming. Neo is interesting because it can be written in such languages, especially C# and Python. So for people who already code web development, for example, in Python, or applications with C#, then it's very easy to learn and get into building their first smart contract. Then, during the course, of course, we try to give an overview of the different technologies. As I said, you have blockchain, but you could have Hashgraph, and you could have other approaches, technical systems. So after Neo, we also teach with more hours Ethereum, and then we teach DLT, which is not a blockchain, but Hedera Hashgraph. NDO and Hedera Hashgraph are really taught by the engineers of the development platforms themselves. So it's very good because you cannot find better knowledge, up-to-date knowledge. It's directly from a Neo team and Hedera Hashgraph team.
So that was a good reason for Neo to start including developer-friendly languages, because it's going to make, colleges, universities, the students who have already learned in that language, easy to move over to their platform.
Yes, and second aspect also is that these what we call integrated development environments, for example, C#, which can be used by Neo, is kind of a plugin, Neo plugin plugged into what we call Visual Studio development environment. So it's very easy to really catch up with like how to use the smart contract on Neo. Of course, here we are not asking the students to go beyond and rewrite their own blockchain. But so this first module is really like, okay, a bit more these development tools. They are also older, so they are more like what we call security testing suites. For example, if you write a program in C#, you might have less typing runtime issues because once you compile the smart contract, you might have like warnings in the Visual Studio development environment. So before you deploy the code. So also Neo, from this point of view, and my regards, has less risk for human errors, as in, for example, Solidity, where the tools, more tools are coming up to try to avoid human errors, but we are all tired sometimes. So today, for example, I got a call because we did a blockchain event in ski resorts this week. So I hope I'm still clear in my explanation. But if you finish coding at 2 a.m. in the morning, even if you are the best coder in the world, human errors, they arrive. And once you deploy an error, then it's a big issue.
Oh, wow. So could you explain how this course works? Could you walk me through a typical learning experience?
Yes. So first of all, we decided to do this interview quite soon because so it took 1 year to be accepted by University of Geneva. But now, we have got the green light, and so the courses are supposed to start on 1st of March. The courses happen on Fridays and Saturday mornings from 1st of March to mid-June. So it's only about 150 hours where you are online with different teachers. Also, the idea is that in the first module, we have business people who are coming. The first module of the course is theory, token economics, how you can incentive people to use decentralized apps. The legal aspects, we have a number of lawyers from Geneva, for example, lawyer Maître de Pierre, who is very well known in Geneva. So the business people, they can do this module separately. Of course, after they can do the development, but then they meet potential programmers who have to do from June to September their code. And so, if they had a good feeling between them, maybe then the business guy with the nice business idea will be able also to go beyond, only like an idea and go to the proof of concept. Okay. So, yeah.
All right. Well, so you said Neo is included, also Ethereum. What other projects are included? Is there any more?
Yeah. So the first module is about theory, as I said, that covers technical aspects, also legal aspects and economics aspects, token economics. Then after we have the development module, so we start with Neo because it's easier for developer to move to Neo with Python or C#. Then we have a longer module on Ethereum. And then we have the development team of Hedera Hashgraph, which also teaches how to deploy the smart contract in Solidity on Hedera Hashgraph, which is good because, actually, I don't know if you know, but Solidity can also be used to deploy on Hedera Hashgraph. So if you have a project in Ethereum, then it's also...
wow, so you're able to deploy an Ethereum smart contract on Hashgraph?
Well, more like a Solidity written program. But then you see it's the same programming language, so you have some small differences. But the idea is that they chose Solidity because then you had already a number of Ethereum developers. Actually, Ethereum is taught by an open source developer who contributed to Geth, who is based in Geneva, who is quite well known, called Robert Zaromba. At the moment, they are pushing a project to facilitate like serial trading in Geneva, so it's called Seigneur. And then, as I said, the Neo and the Hedera Hashgraph are directly taught by the developers of the platforms. Good thing if you are going to, for your end of study project, you're going to use Hedera Hashgraph. It seems that they have this hash bar that helps to incentive like the use of the Hedera Hashgraph system. At the moment, from what they said to me, 2 months ago, because I had not the time to talk with them again, but it seems that all the projects that are at the moment built, deployed on the testnet, earn hash bar to be able after to more easily go into the mainnet of the Hedera Hashgraph.
Oh, wow. Okay. So do you guys plan on the future, when you continue this course, adding any more platforms?
So yes, the thing is that a certificate should be quite focused. We try to give, a broad panel of the technologies. We cannot teach everything, but if, for example, one project crashes, these ones they are less likely to crash, but then we could move to another one. Also, if we see that actually Neo has, I think it's 40 hours or something like this, because it's so easy to code. To use the APIs, application programming interfaces of Neo. Maybe we could also look at a thing which is more business like Hyperledger. But at the moment, we do the first session. So good news. The programmers who will achieve finish their certificate of advanced studies with their code presentation in October. They will get also a certificate on the blockchain, so provided by University of Geneva, and maybe also we are working with ODEM, which is a blockchain education platform, and maybe we could also have the paper version of the certificate, the Ethereum version signed by University of Geneva, and the ODEM version signed by
Wow, I did not know that. So the certificate is going to be actually on the blockchain too.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's really, really cool. So personally, what have you found your favorite platform from experiencing with Ethereum, Hashgraph, and Neo? What one is your favorite?
Yeah, so me, I'm more at looking at attack-resistant algorithms, right? So I'm more like a applied researcher, and so because I also to teach to PhD students, we cannot spend all our time coding, right? So naturally, I came easily to Neo on C#, because I was already using it. As I told you, for me, I don't have really many developers to look after my code. So if I have tools that help me to check, test the code before it's deployed, it's much better.
Yes, I agree 100%. So regarding the courses, if one of a person, watching today, they decides to join, what are the main benefits they can get from joining the course, besides learning, of course?
Yes. So first of all, they have to join before February 10th on the website. I think maybe we will put it in the comments.
Yeah, all the details, viewers, will be in the description of this video.
Okay, thank you. Also, then, as I said, it's even open to people who are remotely not in Geneva. They can attend my video conference. For example, we have a bank in Africa. I cannot say the country, which is on the same time slot. And for example, one programmer might, follow the courses via Skype because the time zone is the same. For Chinese, also, that's the reason we are also working with Neo, and we are communicating, trying to increase the communication before the first deadline. China is also easy to follow because, okay, you will have to follow the courses during the night, but it's Friday night and Saturday. So only on a few months, 3 months, you can get an official certificate worth 12 European credits, certified by University of Geneva. And then, as I said, we have very good relations at the moment with strong players in the ecosystem. We have potentially in Geneva, the Trust Valley, a number of banks who might even sponsor a project, so we could organize private meetings with the people, the programmers who do the course. As I said, with Hedera Hashgraph, you can win hash bars before the others. If you are one of the first project decentralized app on Hedera Hashgraph, then of course you should get better visibility. Then you have at the end, I said, the certificate certified on different blockchains. So it's less likely that you will lose it when you have a fire in your apartment. Right?
Exactly. So what are and this is one question I was thinking of just now. What are the requirements to join the course? Is there any certain requirements they need to fulfill?
Yeah, so the first module, which is about the basics of attack resistance, decentralized trust and blockchains, Hedera Hashgraph, the basic of technology, legal aspects, token economics. For that, you don't need any requirements. So even business person can register. This one is not online yet, but we'll put its much lower cost for attending this only module. And then the other ones, they just register, and after they will have to do the module 1, module 2, 3, and 4. So which is Neo, Ethereum, and Hedera Hashgraph.
Okay. So if someone joins this courses and they start learning blockchain technology, learning smart contracts, do you see developers who understand distributed ledger technology and smart contract development being highly sought after in the business world?
Yeah. I mean, there's a blog on the certificate where we try to push information. Like blockchain in Switzerland and internationally, blockchain development was one of the first jobs with the most number of people to be recruited in 2018.
Wow.
So also the salaries are even higher, of course, because it's a specific technology that not so many other people master. So I can say maybe you can double your price per hour or even more with blockchain development. And so, as I said, for these 4 modules, you need at least basic web development or PHP first course, initial course. Then after you submit your application, we're going to check if you have enough programming skills. But as I said, we don't redo a new blockchain. We use the APIs of other blockchains. So, for example, you have a create smart contract, transfer coin. This is easily understandable by developers who are already developing in other application domains. So business people can only do the first module. Developers can do the whole certificate.
The rest of them. Okay. So I have a lot of developers that actually watch my channel. So I'm sure they are very excited because a lot of them are looking for jobs in this industry. And a certificate like this is only going to make them look that much better.
Yes, and we have even like some companies in Geneva who cannot find students who have followed blockchain because actually, in different universities, this is a new technology. Myself, I was lucky because I looked at decentralized trust really from 2000 to 2005, but most other developers who did research development didn't focus on that. So it's difficult to find a university with professors who are really knowledgeable in this field.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah, the CAS at University of Geneva is really like a combination of very like the developers who are really building the platforms, and also from a theoretical point of view. So very advanced like concepts that we're going to see with them. I will show them my previous work. I published more than 100 scientific papers on decentralized trust. We organized actually in Cyprus a peer-reviewed conference with the US Computing Engineering Association called ACM. We peer-reviewed a number of papers because what we try to do is that we try to improve the quality of projects. Not only you see having people doing marketing claims that are not peer-reviewed. So if you go to the website of the certificate, you will see also that we organize this track at the Symposium of Applied Computing of the ACM, and it happens in Cyprus. Next year, we'll redo it. The thing we try also with other universities to increase the trust, not the technical trust, but actually the higher level trust on top of the technology, to be able also to have people regain trust in blockchain and decentralized trust technologies and distributed ledger technologies.
Wow, that's amazing, John. So my next question is regarding some personal things about yourself. Like, how did you first hear about blockchain technology, and how did you first get involved?
Yeah, so I joined the Trinity College Dublin for my PhD in 2002. I was working on EU-funded, European Union-funded projects, and we proposed the first projects that will build a formal model of computational trust based on the human notion of trust. So it worked very well, so I got a good number of publications. So then in 2005, I joined University of Geneva. And why? Because I was more looking at mechanisms to help trusting entities, could be users, but also computers, voting mechanisms without cheating, without attack resistance. It's more related, my work, to a proof of stake kind of attack resistance. I understand very well why Ethereum doesn't move to proof of stake or different variants that they are, depots or other things, because in a fully decentralized system, it's very difficult to be attack resistant to creation of many identities called civil attack. I focus on this. I have a solution on this. So I really work on this computational trust before, like even like the Bitcoin project, which is one clever solution combining different mechanisms. And then it's an innovation because it was adopted by other people. Right? We sometimes at university we publish a lot of papers. We can be the good papers are known by the researchers, but sometimes it's difficult from a marketing point of view. So from 2010 to 2014, actually, I had no problem of funding for my research because I had got some funding from European Union, more than 12 million euros, so paid at University of Geneva, and asking me and my team, and also other teams in Europe, because it's a collaborative project, to apply computational trust and decentralized trust to different application domains. So you see, really, I mean, from 2005 to 2014, we raised 12 million euros for different projects. Like, for example, applying decentralized trust to open source software, applying decentralized trust to telecom networks, applying decentralized trust to Wi-Fi. So I didn't need more funding, right? But I had heard of this kind of blockchain, like a clever system to achieve decentralized trust. Mm-hmm. But then I didn't have a look very well on it. In 2014, I started to work part-time at University of Geneva and part-time in a startup called Reputation, because I wanted to develop new decentralized trust solutions. So, for example, I patent pended what I call the hardened crypto wallet, which is another solution to Lightning networks to try to increase the number of transactions and to be able also to be sure that even if you are offline and you can interact with someone else, these are the good guys. So you have notions of what we call reputation, trust, relation value on top of the technical aspects. And this is, for example, good news because I started to work on trusted platform modules maybe in 2004, before it was well known. I know it's more and more spread into devices. I think you saw that you have, for example, HTC Exodus, which has this kind of trusted platform module, and then you have also apparently Samsung that are going to deploy that. And so I'm adding another layer of trust to facilitate like attack-resistant voting. So maybe it could be also used for proof of stake, but attack-resistant proof of stake solution.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing to hear because, you know, the proof of stake, everyone's looking to make the perfect proof of stake, and it's been on top of everyone's minds.
Yes. And me, I'm working on this, more like proof of stake or like attack-resistant reputation algorithms and voting algorithms since my PhD in 2002 to 2005.
Wow, amazing, John. So let me ask you just about the current state of cryptocurrency in the markets. What's your personal opinion on the take of, you know, the downfall, you know, the crash and everything?
For me, I've always been interested in projects which are building solutions for technical issues in projects. So Neo was one solution, Hedera Hashgraph. You had a number of projects that are trying to build decentralized app platforms. So most of them, I think, still, and especially the most still well-known one, although the evaluation has decreased a lot, like say, I believe, Neo, Hedera Hashgraph, and so Ethereum also will stay strong. Of course, every year you have new projects that are claiming other things, but they are not peer-reviewed. But Tron, for example, is also a decentralized platform. And from a marketing point of view, the BitTorrent aspect, I think, is an asset. I don't mean their technology like is maybe fully peer-reviewed, but I like these platforms. We could also mention Cardano. Of course, they got a lot of lower valuation, but actually the teams, they are funded. You know, the companies, maybe the tokens have decreased, but most of the companies, they got like a few millions, or tens of millions to pay the developers to go forward. So for me, I don't think, I'm not sure it will be blockchain that will be the solution, but it will be a DLT solution for decentralized trust. It could be the blockchain, Hedera Hashgraph, or other technologies such as hardened crypto wallets or other things.
Yeah, so question about Cardano. I've been doing a little bit of research into them. They code in a certain language called Haskell. Do you think that could be like a hindrance to it? You know, because not too many people.
The thing is that, these advanced projects like Cardano looking at trying to use advanced programming languages that are not very well known by other developers, they provide guarantees. Like, you know, the thing is that, for example, with Cardano, you will have better, like maybe attack resistance, but from also which is guaranteed by some properties. But it's not as easy as developing as Python or because you have to make sure to follow the rules of the programming language. Another one that we can mention is about Solidity, which is also a new programming language. And I think to me, but it has been like that for a number of years in the programming languages ecosystem. People who start new projects, they like to create new programming languages. And so maybe sometimes it's better maybe to try to, for adoption, try to reuse something which is more well-known, and maybe after being on top of that later on. Another project which has very nice technical advances was Archen. I don't know if you know, community stuff. Well, apparently there are some from the money management, they got a lot of problems. But it was very interesting because they were using the Pi calculus to help having guarantees in parallel computation, and of course, it's more difficult to write coding with these Pi calculus programming languages than normal ones. So you have advantages and disadvantages. I would prefer maybe to see that we use normal programming languages and maybe a layer below, they try to make sure that when it's compiled, you also have a guarantee, not asking people to learn Haskell or this kind of other languages, because then it's hard to go for mass adoption.
All right. Well, I mean, that sounds amazing. And I'm sure a lot of my viewers have learned a lot, the non-developers. But for the developers who are watching my channel, what is the best way for them to get in contact with yourself or anyone on the University of Geneva team for this Certificate of Advanced Studies for them to contact you if they're interested?
Yes, so you have the main website, I think we will put in the comments, which is CAS Blockchain Certification.com. And so as you just have to go there, we have a chat, you can contact me by email also. But they should hurry because, as I said, registration are only until February 10th.
February 10th is the end date for registration.
Yes.
And when does, again, that program, if they register by February 10th, when does the course begin?
So Friday, 1st of March, and then you have on Saturday mornings, you have the half days, mornings, and then for 3 months only. So it's only, in total, if you attend, it's only 150 hours attending via Skype or locally if you're on site.
Okay, well, any developer watching this show right now, it is 150 hours. You get something that gives you a competitive advantage against other developers. So in my personal opinion, this will be something you should be looking at.
Thanks a lot, Tyler. And it was a pleasure to be on your channel that I watched a number of times in the previous 2 years.
I appreciate that. I very appreciate that. I'm glad I could have you on the channel because educational stuff like this is something I want to get out to the world, not only just talking about, hey, the project pump and dump, I want people to actually learn about the underlying technology.
Yes, thank you for that. I hope to see you maybe next year at the Geneva Blockchain Congress. Maybe it would be
Of course, I would love to come. All right, John. I'll see you next time. Hopefully, I'll have you on the channel again.
Yes, I'm sure there will be other possibilities.
Yes, awesome.